The hardest part is making the time to do it. That's it. Taking time for your precious self to begin to change from the inside out. And the people who actually do it, that heal themselves of rare genetic disorders that science said you're never going to change, medical science said forget it, that are living a new life with no evidence in their body, no genetic markers, nothing normal. You know what they say? My disease was my greatest teacher. That's what they say. And when they're crossing the river and they're fretting, they're not saying that. Why isn't it working? It should be happening. Once you arrive, you don't have those thoughts any longer. And so this year I learned something truly amazing. I saw a handful of people with very severe conditions for 2 years change their health. And I pay attention to that because that's my background. And when I wrote my first book, it was really about spontaneous remissions and what those principles were and what was the neuroscience and the biology of it. And then I figured after I knew what common people like you did to get better, we should be able to reproduce those same things. In other words, we should be able to teach that. And it should be able to produce some effects. And then if we can keep producing those effects, we're creating a law, because anything that's repeatable in science is a law. So these 5 individuals that I had been tracking for the last 2 years, all of a sudden they started having very significant changes in their body. Like, no evidence of the disease ever existing in their body. All their blood values and all their urine analysis, all normal. They were given a clean slate. And it was this amazing moment when I started to talk to these people. And I had them write their testimonies down. Every single one of them reached a point where they have overcome themselves so much that they were so happy with who they were in the moment that they could care less if they had the disease. And guess what? That was the moment it went away. So when you're whole and complete and connected to a vision or a future is when it happens to you. And it was common in every single one of these people. And so when we try to create from polarity, when we try to create from duality, when we try to create from trying and hoping and praying and wishing, that is not the state of being that produces the miraculous. That in order to be divine or emulate the divine, to be a creator, you have to be divine. You have to be expanded. You have to be invincible. You have to be unlimited. And when you bring up that emotion, you are signaling genes in new ways.